Hello, 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 hello. Gloria is here. All right. Let me put you on stage. There you go.
Hello.
All right. It's a little bit dark here because it's evening in the Philippines. I'm glad you're
It's
wearing white, our favorite color. Uh, People are coming online. Let's give them a couple more minutes. Is that all right? It's
absolutely.
a minute to nine. And let me fade you away first, and I will do a grand intro on you. All right?
Okay. No
All right.
problem.
All right. And I will speak in our language, if you don't mind. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, kamusta na kayo dyan? Romela, Edner, loud and clear. Sabihin nga nyo sa mga tao nyo na ilagay kung saan sila galing at na excited kayo dito. Iniintay lang natin yung mga iba. And I'm looking for Camille. Is Camille here? One of my special guests. All right. Uh, so everyone is excited. All right, we're ready to roll, to rock and roll. We're on time in Philippine time. Alas 9 na ng gabi. What time is it there, Gloria? It's like 5 a.m. All right, so uh, from Quezon City. All right, from Quezon City. Let's go, go, go. All right. Uh, so, as usual, we will be 1 minute in and we will start. All right. Exactly at 9:01 to give everybody a chance. Aleli, magandang gabi po sa inyo. Uh, very good from Quezon City. All right. Um, so, RB, salamat. Edner, salamat. Sana dumating na yung mga ibang tauhan natin para excited na sila. Alright, so dito, let us formally begin and let me do a very, 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 very short introduction. Alright, I want to introduce to you this evening um a very, very, very special guest. And we are so thankful that she has accepted our invitation tonight. So, everybody, I assume that you're on. Please turn on whatever it is, put off all distractions, and let us prepare to be inspired tonight by our esteemed guest. Napakagaling po niya. She has a stellar reputation in network marketing, and her achievements are nothing short of extraordinary. Talaga namang walang katulad itong Ali na ito. Walang katulad. Uh, and she is consistently on top of leaderboards in every company she joins. And just recently, January of this year, she became the third diamond in Nexus Snap Rewards. A truly remarkable feat as she accomplished it, in my opinion, in only 2 months because she started in December and in January she was already diamond. So I am honored and super, super, super excited to introduce to you my direct sponsor in Nexus Snap, the energetic and passionate, the one and only Gloria MacDonald. Let's give her a big, big, big round of applause. Come on, everybody, a virtual applause. And for to help her, I will put on some rock music for our background. Can you hear that? That's for you, Gloria.
Thank you, Ricky.
I hope you like rock music.
Yeah.
Uh, so, uh, anyway, everybody at the Pussy Gloria McDonald. So, I will close this and let her do the talking. So, tonight, Gloria, uh, I first want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for accepting this invitation to come over here to the Philippines and be part of this evening. All right. And we are, believe it or not, 7,000 islands. The US has 50 states. We have 7,000 islands. And most of the time, I don't even understand what they're saying because I grew up in the US, and most of the dialects are radically different from each other. So it's difficult to understand. So bear with me. I will try and translate some of the things because a lot of people are new and they may not be very proficient in your language or even the language that I will be using. So, okay, I see an extraordinary housewife. All right. Very good. Congratulations, Jenny Beth. An ordinary housewife from Pampanga. She speaks a different language than me, but she understands English. She's one of your admirers.
Ah,
Um,
excellent.
really. So, anyway, we have different people here, Gloria, from 7,000 islands. And everything that I know tells me that you will be able to inspire all of them because you're not only such a great and warm speaker, but because all of these people, I praise them because they are all learners. Every single one of them. They have a heart to learn. And if you have a heart to learn, it does not matter if you are an outstanding housewife, if you are a network marketer, if you are a dentist, a doctor, an architect, a chef. I invited our chef over here. She graduated from Paris and from California culinary schools, and I pray she will come to listen because even though you are not a pro networker, I suspect that you will love Gloria and you will be supremely inspired tonight because I have known this lady only for a short period of time. And I have to say, in all of my years of experience in network marketing, she is one of the best, if not the best sponsor I have ever had in my life because she's warm, she's nice, but she is inspiring, absolutely inspiring. If you watch her on YouTube, I doubt that you will ever leave without being inspired. She asked me, should I have charts? I said, no charts needed because you're you. And if you just be you, then everybody will learn. So I think most of the people are here. So, Gloria, let's start
Yes.
by telling us, could you tell us how you got started in the network marketing industry and the struggles that you had to overcome? Because I'm sure it was not from day one, you were the Gloria MacDonald. So
Oh, no, 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 no.
all of these people are struggling. So let's start with that, the struggles that you had to overcome to become a successful networker.
Yeah. So, first of all, Ricky, thank you so, so much for inviting me to be here. I feel like I have a connection to the Philippines because my brother was in the Peace Corps and he was in Naga, Cebu, for three
All right.
years, many, many, many years ago. So, even though
All
I have
right.
never been, yeah, even though I've never been to the Philippines, I feel like I have a bit of a connection there. So, I'm thrilled to
Great.
be here. Yeah. So I started in network marketing in about 4 or 5 months. So it'll be 45 years ago that I started in network marketing.
45?
Yeah, 45
45?
years ago. Yeah, yeah,
And
long time ago.
you're only 50. You look like
Yeah,
you're only
don't I
50, you
wish?
know.
I wish I was only 50. Um, yeah, so it was pretty funny. Some friends invited us over for dinner, and these friends were, I was 22 years old. I just graduated from college, from university, and I was married. And these friends from church invited my husband and I over for dinner. and they were probably in their early 30s, so probably about 10 years older than us. And I really looked up to them and respected them because, Ricky, they owned a house. So, so in my mind, like they were rich. um, so we went over there for dinner, and I mean, we thought we were just being invited over for dinner. And after dinner, they got out a flip chart and they started drawing all these circles, and they
Circles.
were talking about Amway.
Amway, yeah.
And all you had to do was get 5 people to get 5 people to get 5 people, and you were going to be rich. And
Divorce.
I saw the vision.
All right.
And I got excited about the vision and the opportunity to help other people as well. So, of course, 45 years ago, the internet didn't exist, and cell phones didn't exist. There was nothing except a rotary dial phone, and talking to absolute strangers at the grocery store or at the bank or something.
You follow the 3-foot rule. 3 foot. You would share with anybody within 3 feet.
Yes,
Right?
the 3-foot rule, exactly. And the other thing was, the big question was, how do you know if they're a prospect?
Mhm.
They're breathing,
They're breathing, they're walking.
Yes. So I was even though I was super excited and I was passionate about it, I was an unmitigated disaster. I never recruited anybody. That my experience with Amway didn't last terribly long, about a year, I would say, because then we ended up moving to Mexico, and back then Amway wasn't in Mexico, and so we had to quit. But that was my first taste of network marketing, and I stayed in network marketing really for 45 years, never full time until about I guess was 7 or 8 years ago. But I struggled, and really for 37 years, I struggled.
Wow.
I had a brief success in a startup company when I was living in Canada. And I was one of the top 3 earners, but that company did not last very long at all, unfortunately. And it was a health and wellness company. But I understand the struggle because I struggled. I mean,
Yeah, how many of you here in the listening struggle? Can you put on the chat? I struggled too. How many of you identify with that? I'm sure virtually everybody here. So put in the chat bar, I struggled. I struggled. Or put it in Tagalog. Hirap. Hirap. Hirap na hirap. So struggle is hirap. Very hard, very difficult. So good. Okay, good. We identify with that.
yeah.
All right.
And the rejection, I mean, there were so many times when I almost quit because of the rejection. Nobody wanted to do this goofy thing, that was a pyramid scheme, a scam, whatever.
I think
And
everybody here too. Those
yeah,
even the beginners. How many of you beginners have been rejected? How many have been rejected? Look at that. Can you see the chat?
yes, I can. Yep.
Everybody is struggling. Now, hirap na hirap, Edna, very good. How many of you got rejected? I'm sure rejected. It takes like 5 seconds for it to
Yeah.
post. Anyway, all of it, I'm sure, um, all of us, including me. But I think you struggled more than anybody because the more you struggled, the more you will go to the top. Is that correct?
Well,
Less struggle, you won't get very far. But if you really struggle, I mean, for 7 years, my God, 45 years, wow.
yeah.
Anyway,
So
rejection.
yes, the rejection was brutal, and I wrote my list of 100 people so many times it wasn't funny. And honestly, I could not approach any friends or family members any longer. They all thought I was crazy. I'd lost my marbles. What was I doing with this crazy stuff?
Welcome
Um,
to the club.
exactly, right? So all along, I had a good corporate career as well. Um, and then, gosh, I guess it was 21 years ago, I started my own business. Um, I had a matchmaking business, actually, a dating
Wow.
service.
A dating service. My
Yeah.
goodness.
And it was not online, it was all very much in person. But I became very successful at that. That was a multiple seven-figure business. But
Wow.
then overnight, I lost it. And then I was 56 and I lost everything. My husband and I had to cash in every dime of retirement savings we had. We had to sell our
Wow.
house. We sold one of our
Oh,
cars. Uh, I racked up because I had a big business, but I also had employees and I had contracts, I had expenses. We were living in a very large, beautiful, beautiful home. I was driving a Porsche. You know, we were living the high life. I was doing very, very, very well. And literally overnight it was gone. So I had to reinvent myself at the age of 56. And
oh my
I,
goodness.
yeah, I went back into, well, I had, again, even when I had this business, I was dabbling in network marketing because I always knew that there was something there, right? I loved the vision of it. So at the age of 56, I had to reinvent myself. And, I had been an entrepreneur for 13 years at that point. Nobody was going to hire me. I couldn't go get a job that was going to pay me any kind of, significant money. Um, so I decided to get back into network marketing. And I saw something on Facebook, and I was not somebody, I'd never posted on Facebook in my life. I somehow or other had a Facebook profile, but I wasn't doing anything with Facebook. But I was on Facebook and I saw something about attraction marketing. And so I looked at that ad and I watched a little webinar and I was like, wow, if this could help I had a coaching business. I was coaching network marketers and other people. I was coaching on energy, how energy affects us and how we really create our lives through our thoughts and our feelings. Um, and so I took this course because I thought this could help me help my clients. And what happened was I learned how to market online. And that was the turning point for everything. And then, and the course was all about how to use Facebook. And initially, it worked very well, but only for about the first 2 or 3 months. And then Facebook changed the algorithms and everything went crazy. And
Yeah.
they were teaching us how to do ads on Facebook. And then everything went crazy. And I went from making money with ads to losing $3,000 a month on
Wow.
ads. And I thought, well, I can't do that. I can't afford to do that. Um, so I went to LinkedIn and I just fooled around on LinkedIn and pushed every button and kept testing things out. And I actually created another multiple seven-figure business, 97% from LinkedIn in
Right on.
network marketing. And I swore after all the rejection and everything else that I would never get back into network marketing again. But I got back into network marketing and
Thank
what I
God.
and
Thank
I was
God.
finally successful. Finally.
Okay. Great. So LinkedIn was your passport in, not Facebook. Most of the people here are Facebook lovers. Everything they do is Facebook. In the Philippines, LinkedIn is very small.
Right.
So everything is Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. So
Yes.
great.
And I mean, obviously, I don't live in the Philippines. You might be surprised because I've connected with lots of people in the Philippines on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Lots.
No, I'm
So,
not surprised.
yeah, you might be surprised LinkedIn might work. Now, I will say what's working for me the best now by far, because
Let me
LinkedIn's
guess.
changed too. And you have to know that these platforms are always going to be changing, right? So LinkedIn has changed as well. I still absolutely use LinkedIn. I train people on LinkedIn, but YouTube, YouTube is what is absolutely crushing it. YouTube
Amen.
is crushing it.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
free.
how did you find me, Ricky?
Find you
Yeah, how
by
did you
God,
find me?
by God's grace. I looked around because I was looking for another business and $10 business. People told me about Nexus Snap, and I looked at it and I looked at it, and it looked great. I have many friends in the U.S. And then what I do for everybody knows this. What I do is I don't. Many people told me about Nexus. Hey, join here, join here. Same with Got Backup. Nah, nah, nah. But I'd never join any company just because somebody said, hey, look at this link. So what if he was first? My first rule of thumb is number one, I got to know the owner. But number two, even more important, I want to be under the one who is leading the pack, not some Joe Blow down the street who never do anything. And so I search you out. That's how I work. And you came out. I never knew you. I never heard of Gloria. But was it on YouTube? I don't know. Probably, probably
Yeah,
was
I think you found me on YouTube. I think you
because
did.
that's where the majority. You go to Google. No, I think I found you in Google. I
Okay.
Google who's the key leader in Nexus Snap. Boom, choke, and your name came out. So I decided to research you until I made a decision to say she's the one. And you're right. It took me one look at you on YouTube, just one YouTube, and you came through. And I said, that's the one. That's the one I'd like to be my sponsor because you exude this aura of this kind of charisma that says, hey, come in. This is a good deal. You don't have to say very much. You don't have to have many charts. Those come later. And that's what I try to do with these people. Last Saturday, they brought a meeting. I could not believe it, 100%. And this is next to YouTube. It's called Zoom. So we had a Zoom meeting. I didn't talk about the company. I didn't talk about the compensation plans. I just was me and blah 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 blah. 100% sign up, Gloria. You would not believe it. And this is some of the people are here. Uh, they signed up with two companies, not one, but two. And I didn't even talk about the anyway. Not enough of me, but I agree 1000%. YouTube is the way.
Yeah.
YouTube is truly, absolutely the way. And I think the reason is you see people there live. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like an email that you get bombarded with all of these emails. You see people live. You can look at their eyes and look at what they have inside, and it's the way you speak. I love the way you look. You're always stunning. You remind me of this. Have you ever heard of Charlie, the Academy Award winner, the Dior? Uh, anyway, uh,
No.
you're much better than she. Absolutely. I said, I love women. Everybody knows that. Uh, I worked in the U.S. My boss was a woman, the only woman in Procter and Gamble, the only one in Procter and Gamble. Uh, Obviously, I married a woman. I came from a woman, and it is to me Absolute. There are no ifs, buts, or when. Women are much better than men. Say amen, people. Amen, people. Women are much better than men. Just look around. I mean, men become presidents or boxers and stuff like that. But in network marketing, the women excel. They just absolutely excel. And I'll give you a gift tonight, Gloria. One of my specialties is I teach Hebrew. I
Mm.
teach Hebrew. And you know what they would call you in Hebrew? Solomon is the wisest man in scripture. And he asked God for wisdom, not for money, but for wisdom. And he wrote a book called Proverbs. And there he said, look at the ants. Uh, be wise, very small, no leaders, like networking, no real leaders, and yet they're all moving in the same direction. So in English, that's not doesn't sound very good, but in Hebrew, uh, do you know the real worker ant is the female?
Mm.
In Hebrew, it's called nemala. Say that with me, nemala.
Nemala.
Yeah, nemala. So that's the female female aunts, and their job is to do all the work. The men don't do any work. The queen just sits there, but all the work is done by the nemala, and so you are the nemala. Is that correct, RB? All of the women here, I've taught them nemala, and Romela and RB. RB there is one of our Pro 25 already, and yeah, we just started, as you know, in February,
Yes.
and we got nothing here, but we got nothing. But people are working their ass off. So, Edna, you're not a Nemala, okay? Very good, RB. Exactly. It's the women. It's the women. We should be surrounded by lots of women, and that's why I chose you. That's why I chose you, Gloria. All of those reasons, but primarily because you are an absolutely, absolutely charming lady.
Well,
And
thank
I'm
you.
sure you were not born with that. And do you know the last reason? You're a golfer. No,
Yes, I
I'm
am.
a golfer. And I said,
Ah,
absolutely. You have to come to the Philippines one time, and I will show you some fabulous golf courses right here. and
okay.
uh, and my when I was young in the U.S., uh, I called. I forget what country club it was, and I said, we want to book for tomorrow, and how much is it? Blah blah blah. And does that come with the caddy? Oh, what? Where are you from? This guy said, where are you from? I'm from the Philippines. We don't have caddies here. You're kidding. You're kidding. You mean I had to pick up my own balls? Ah, gee. So we were in Florida in my mom's house there, and we played golf. My brother and I, with a couple of people, and what they had to do is very different from the Philippines. I had to watch the one playing because I had to watch where his ball goes because we're going to spend the whole day looking for the ball. Here in the Philippines, Gloria, we've got something called a caddy.
Oh,
A
I've played with
caddy.
caddies here
Oh, okay.
and
So
in
let me see.
Ireland and Scotland.
All right, so they take care of everything,
Yeah,
all you got to do is swing, and then they know exactly where the ball is. In the
yeah,
U.S., at least in most places in the United States, ain't they don't know caddies
yeah.
unless they're gee. So that's why I chose you. Last reason because I figure if you're a golfer, you wake up early, you have to have discipline, and I'm betting your handicap is below 12. Is that correct?
No, it's not below 12
Nah.
because I work full time, Ricky.
That's no excuse. Golf is more important than work. Anyway, so a lot of our guys, we're over 70, Gloria. I'm 75. I play with guys, and if you're playing with a 75-year-old and a 25-year-old, I put my money on the 75. I put my money
Yes.
on.
Yep.
He may not drive it as far, but That's not you drive for dough. No, you
Putt
drive for
for
show
show and putt for
and
dough.
you putt for dough.
Exactly.
That's all we do. We learn how to putt, pitch, and putt. That's all I spend my time on. And so I would have suspected that because once you're able to do it, it doesn't take very long to get it back, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you know it, what's your handicap? If it's over 12, gee, what is it?
My handicap is 21.3.
You're kidding me.
No.
Anyway, maybe you're working and so forth and so on. Uh, that's over bogey.
Yeah.
Hello? Anyway, Nemala. Good. One day I will invite you. You come to the Philippines and we'll show you the courses here. And they are fabulous. They are nice. And they are cheap.
Yeah.
They are very cheap. That's why the Japanese, you know what they do? They built an airport in Cebu. They fly. They fly just to play golf because it's very golf is very expensive in Japan. So they fly to the Philippines to play golf. Gee, so everything is cheap here. Once you have your house and you have your car, see, I have a nice house. All of this is bought from network marketing. Believe it or not. No, no, that's not true. But I did 18 years of corporate life, which, in the sense, I was very lucky. And the person who changed my life, Gloria, is a she, a woman from Texas.
Mm.
And some people here know about it, but do you know I used to be a taxi driver? I
Uh-huh.
was dirt poor, dirt poor. And so I used to be a taxi driver, and I did not take the Filipinos. I only took Americans or foreigners. Why? Because they have bigger tips. And one day, this Texan lady from Texas, USA, she loved me. From the back, she was looking at my hair. Believe it or not, I looked like Paul McCartney from the back. And I used to sing a song. So she said these magic words: how can I help you, in English?
Mm.
And I said, you want to help me? I'm a stranger to you. You don't even know me. You want to help me? In my British accent, she was totally impressed. And she said, yeah, I want to help you. What do you need? And I thought about it. I could have said more money, right? Give me $100. I'll be happy. But no, I said, somehow God led me to say, you know, lady, if you really want to help me, what I need is a good education.
Mm.
And that almost floored her. And she said, you know, the Americans, they're very proud, right? What's the best school here? What's the best school here? I said, the Ateneo. You know, that's far away from here. Yeah, let's drive me over there and I'll take care of you. And we did. After an hour spending with the Jesuits, she came out. She gave me a proposal, which I will never forget. She said, I will pay for 4 years of scholarship here in this school. You have two conditions to meet. Number one, you have to get a B average. B. And I didn't even know what that meant.
Huh.
In Tagalog, that means B, bano. Ibig sabihin, not very good. The second one struck me. She said, when you succeed, not if, when you succeed, I want you to help others, nothing in return. And I said, I agree. And since then, that's what I've been doing. So my email is help others, dot my name, my initials. And I had to stop driving the cab. Believe it or not, Gloria, I became a janitor in the most expensive school here in the Philippines, where only the rich go. And that was my greatest learning experience because the rich, they look down on the poor.
Hmm.
And I that's where I grew. That's where I really grew. My person inside me grew. And I used to clean toilets in the dormitory. So that's me. And from there, I found a nice job with Procter and Gamble. And you know Procter and Gamble, right? They make
Yeah. Yeah,
Tide and
of
whatever,
course.
and one of the largest marketing firms in the world. And believe it or not, uh, I was the youngest Filipino in 2 years. They sent me to the United States. No, they don't ever send anybody to the US. They send them to Italy, to Nigeria, whatever, but never in the US. That's only reserved for the elite Americans. And I was the youngest to be sent, and I was a Filipino. And my goodness, that was another turning point in my life. And by 30, I became millionaire. Believe it or not, through a job, through my
Wow.
job. And then my wife brought me into networking, and so that's how I got into networking. And I have to thank God, because without God I would be nowhere. I'm not a religious person by any stretch of anyone's imagination. I don't like rituals, I don't like going to church and so forth and so on. I do not preach that. But by God's grace, uh, everything I seem to touch after that seemed to turn to gold. And I spent 1997 to about 2005 in networking. And like you, I started with Amway by choice, because I went to a company called Symmetry, and the owner, he had been coming to the Philippines 6 straight times. My wife kept telling him, "If you can get my husband, you've got it made in the Philippines." So he kept coming every month. And after 6 months, I said, "Okay." When I joined, I learned he was from Amway, blah, blah, blah. And so I said, "Can we take a leave for 3 months or something?" He said, "Why?" "Because I'm new at this thing, and my training in Proctor says I have to train with the best. And therefore, you came from Amway. I want to go to Amway. I'll bring my wife, and we will leave you for a while, and we will register for Amway." We went to California, and I registered with Bill Britt in Amway, and I trained there for 3 months. And for the love of God, I couldn't understand a damn thing. We were in meetings all day long. It took me 3 months to figure it all out. Anyway, that was the start. And in 8 months in Symmetry, we earned like $55,000 in 8 months. I became double diamond with that company, and the rest is history. And my last company was New Skin, who's been trying to get me. They've been in the Philippines for 20 plus years, did nothing. And when we came there, I said, I looked around. My style is, I want to find the Gloria MacDonald. Where's the Gloria MacDonald here? None. There's none. I said, okay, what's the next country nearest to the? I went to Hong Kong. Okay, where's the Gloria MacDonald here in New Skin? And lo and behold, she came out.
Hmm.
Another she. Uh, and we discussed with, if you know New Skin, Art and I were talking, and New Skin is the most difficult complant on the planet, bar none. I mean, it is the most difficult complant in the world, and Art can testify to that.
Yeah.
So uh, I looked at it, I looked at it, I looked at the products, very expensive for the Philippines, blah, 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 blah. To cut a very long story short, here's what I do and what I will do with Nexus. I change everything. Hey, Gloria, I changed the bloody plan. I asked them to make me a new product. We designed a new product. I said, hey, create a new office. We're never going to sell anything in that little stupid office in the Philippines. Uh, because I look at the Hong Kong office, boy, it's beautiful and so forth. Let's copy this, bring it back there, change a little bit, and so forth and so on. Anyway, the rest is history. We were the first blue diamond in New Skin. We did it in 1 year. Like you. Why we like doing things quickly. But that was way back
Yeah.
then. So I'm starting again. Age 75. Everybody here knows it. Age 75. The question is, can I do it? The landscape has changed so much. The marketing has changed so much. And no more of this meetings in hotels and so forth
Right.
and so on. No way. Three-way calls have been replaced. Now it's YouTube, and it's difficult to master YouTube. But I'm following your footsteps. I train. I've looked around. My simple conclusion is be yourself.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
be yourself. And some people will like you, some
Mhm.
people will hate you, some
Mhm.
people, but it doesn't matter. 90% of them can disappear. But if I can get 10%, if I can get 10 people, that's enough. That's really enough in my mind from what I
Right.
have accomplished. Um, So I tell my people, you don't have to be a Gloria. You don't have to recruit 200 people in 2 months. I mean, that's possible, but it's not probable that any
Right.
of us will do that. And do you expect to fill your matrix in 1 month? Absolutely
Right.
not. In 1 year? Absolutely not. In 2 years? Maybe. But the point is, it's only $10. Gee, if
Yeah.
you can't afford to spend $10, I don't even want you to start because this might be a waiting game. But I also teach on the other side of it. Why the hell will you wait? Don't wait. You
Right.
don't need to recruit 200, but you can certainly recruit two. Hell,
Yeah.
Art says five,
Absolutely.
five, five a month, two a month. We started with 12 a month. And then I said, no, 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 that's too hard. Six a month. Still too hard. Okay, let's agree. Two. Can we all agree? Everybody in the chat, if you can get two people under you in a month, can you please put two in the chat? Put two in the chat if you can get two. Two simple people who will say yes to Gloria and to me and to Nexus Snap. Get two. Come on, let's go, go, go. Are you all sleeping? There you
Okay.
go. Voltaire, thank you. Aleli, RB, Mitsia Pilar. Mitsia Pilar is Pro 25. She will become Pro 50. One of these days soon. So we can get two. And I really believe, guys, people, everybody listening, we have a major advantage versus Gloria. We have a major built-in advantage versus Gloria. Can I tell you what that is? Especially you, Nemalas, you ladies, Jenny Beth included. Jenny Beth is brand new with us. She loves you. She adores you.
Ah,
Yeah.
excellent.
And Eunice, everybody, we have a built-in advantage versus Gloria or any other American. What's our advantage? We are Pinoys, Filipino. We are Filipino. And we can surely get two. That will become 20. That will
Mhm.
become 200. Gloria, if you get married here in the Philippines, you don't marry a lady. You marry the lady plus everybody in her clan, the whole barangay. Everybody. Do you know that Filipinos here, every Filipino has at least 5 or 7 relatives in the US. That's what I'm banking on. Because there's no,
Ah,
you got it. You got the
yes.
idea. So, two. Uh, and I know RB has gotten uh, people from the US. I've gotten people from the US. And so, Coach RM, absolutely. Very good. We are going to build the biggest Nexus Snap reward team. Okay.
Yay.
And no, I really mean it. If you can see it, if you can see two becoming four, becoming eight, if you can just see that, and I've shown you that chart a gazillion times, we don't even need Gloria to fill up the bloody matrix. We will fill it ourselves. Okay, because if we wait for Gloria, we'll make for 6 months. Uh, no, just kidding. So two by two by two. If you guys can just understand that, if you can conceive it, and if you can see the bottom line of two by two by two by two in 12 months, I will be sharing with you starting next Saturday I have just created a diamond strategy in 12 months. How to become a diamond in 12 months. And if you miss it, you'll make it in 2 years. That's all right. A diamond here is only 25 recruits, and you got 1,000 people spread in 2 or 3 legs. We can do that. That's no problem. If we could do it in New Skin, there's no reason we can't do it in this little 10. Do you know how much we had to spend in New Skin? Gee, $2,000 was not enough just to get in. Just
Wow.
to get in. Symmetry the same way, just to get in. Um, so, in the Philippines, you have something fantastic, Gloria. You may not know it, but you will see it. We cannot brag. I just don't want to brag, but based on my track record and based on what I've seen, these are all young people, very young people. Um, None of them have your experience or my experience in networking. And you know what? That's good because
Hmm.
those old networkers, gee, uh, they think they know everything already. Uh, they can't even recruit a soul, honestly. So, and I don't know if you watch my Facebook, but I only recruit seniors, and these people know it. And they asked me why. I just recruited an 83-year-old person. People ask, why do you recruit the oldies? One, they're like me, but two, more important, they bring in thousands of people. Thousands. I don't need to recruit 200. I need two. If two can get 1,000 each, that's it. Now, it may take them a little while, but it will get there. And to me, that's better than paying for ads and so forth.
Right.
And we know who's doing that. We know who's on the top of the leaderboard and spending thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the leaderboard, but if you spend $10,000, $20,000 a month just to get there, that's ridiculous. Why will
Yes.
you do that on a $10? Anyway, I love that. Gloria, you are super fantastic. So, 7 million or $1 million businesses went astray. Then what? How did you turn it around outside? So LinkedIn helped you, but what is it? What is the most important element, do you think, to succeed in network marketing? What is it that is necessary? Because knowing the comp plan and the company, that's a dime a dozen. Everybody knows the comp plan. Everybody knows what the company is. There's got to be something more to Gloria MacDonald. And what is that?
Well, so first of all, I had my back absolutely up against the wall financially. I mean,
Okay.
I was in massive amounts of debt. So I had to figure out something. I had to do something. And Ricky, I honestly believe that for a lot of people, life is okay. It's okay,
Yeah,
you know.
I
And
agree with you. I know where you're going.
and
And
so
that's true.
they don't have to do anything. I, you know, uh the book, what is it called? The this isn't the right title, but The Enemy of Great is Good.
Right.
And I believe that's true. The enemy of great is good or mediocre. And a lot of people are very, 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 very willing to settle for mediocre because to get out of mediocre, it's going to be hard. It's
Out
going to
of
be
your
hard.
comfort zone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very difficult. So,
And so my back was absolutely up against the wall financially. I had to do something, and nobody was going to hire me. I couldn't go get a job that was going to get me out of, the debt I was in. So I was rock solid consistent 7 days a week over a long period of time. And I think as human beings, yeah, we'll be consistent for 2 days, you know, or maybe 6. And then I had a conversation. This woman tells me the same thing all the time. She said, "Well, I tried LinkedIn and it didn't work for me." and I don't even bother. I know she didn't try very long and she wasn't consistent, you know?
That's true for anything,
Yeah, for anything. So
particularly golf.
I absolutely, so for 6 months, I didn't make a dime, not a dime for 6 months when I was trying to figure out my whole LinkedIn system and everything. But I kept doing it 7 days a week, rock solid consistently. And I was building my email list. And then all of a sudden, in August of 2017, I made $3,500. Now, you know, Ricky, that $3,500 in the US in 1 month is not a lot of money at all, right?
Right.
But I was thrilled. I was like, oh my gosh, I made money. I made $3,500 and I was ecstatic. And then the following month in September, I made $35,000. And then by January, so 4 months later, I'd made over $165,000. Not in 1 month, but in that 5 month period, I'd made
Amen.
165,000. And I knew, so I'd broken through, right? And then from there, it was, I just kept going, but it was being rock solid consistent, and it was building my own brand. It was building myself as a trusted authority so people would know, like, and trust me. So I just kept providing value to people. I kept sharing what I'd learned. And honestly, what I have found is that the more you give away for free, the more money you make.
Good. Absolutely true. Can I just quickly summarize what you said, and I will then
Yeah.
translate it into our language? What you're basically saying is that number one, you must have your back against the wall. It is better to have a burning desire, not a desire. You have to. If you don't succeed, you will die. So, a burning desire. That's number one. There has to be a strong reason for you to just plug in 7 days a week. Number two, you need consistency. You can't give up in 6 months, in 1 year, and so forth. Do you hear that, people? You can't give up. And aside from those two, I think what you're saying is you need to be a learner. It took you a little while to learn about LinkedIn. You don't get it right the first time. You've got to learn a process. Everything in life we have to learn. So you got to have your back against the wall, or really need it. You got to be very consistent, and you got to have a learner's attitude, so
Yeah.
that everything in you're always learning. You're always learning until you master something. It's like golf. You're always learning,
Yeah.
and then once you do that, you celebrate and you give things away. So, can I just say that in our language? Okay, Edna,
Mhm.
ikaw ang ano dito. So, ilagay mo nga sa Tagalog 'yon. Ano ba yung burning desire na 'yan? Kailangan natin, marami sa atin, kampante na sa buhay. We are very content. Okay, kumikita ka na dun sa sweldo mo. You're an employee, and you are part-timing this baby. And so, therefore, walang tulak walang hagod dun because hindi mo kailangan hindi ka janitor katulad ko nung araw. So, kailangan natin ah, lagyan ng apoy yung loob natin para magkaroon ng hindi lang burning kundi talagang masipag na apoy. Tapos be consistent, ibig sabihin nun araw-arawin mo, wag kang 1 day, 2 days, and then 1 week off. 1 day, 2 days, 7 weeks off, and so forth and so on. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Kailangan araw-araw, 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 24/7 if needed, if necessary. And I will not go 7 days a week, only 6 days. 6 days na lang, okay na sa akin yun. I can live with 6 days a week. And yung ano natin is, pag may roadblock, kagaya niyan, some of you nagkaroon ng roadblock sa Snap, sa Nexus Snap, tigil ka agad, lipat sa ibang, wag kang lilipat sa ibang kumpanya. Just get through it. And then, pag nakadaan ka, once you pass through the obstacle, sa dulo nun, maliwanag na. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ni Gloria. Hindi lang ito alamin yung complan. Marami sa inyo, alam na niyo yung complan. Hindi yan ang sikreto. Ang sikreto ay nasa looban mo. It's inside you. That's where the secret is. It's in your mind. Nasa utak natin yan, mga pare. Kung limala, nandito yan. Okay, so that you have to operate on that. Kailangan baguhin natin yung habits. Sinasabi ni Gloria, baguhin mo yung desire, baguhin mo yung habit, be consistent, and we will help you to do that. Okay, hindi sense of urgency kung hindi talagang emergency. Jennifer, pag hindi ka naging successful dito, saan ka pupunta? Ganon. In other words, alisin mo lahat ng option. Remove all other options. Dito lang tayo. Kasi kung meron ka ibang option, option B, option C, even if you fail here, meron ka pang ibang pupuntahan. Okay lang. Hindi ganun dapat. Dapat, nakadiretso tayo. At pag hindi tayo naging successful dito, saan pa tayo magiging successful? $10 lang ito eh. Kesyo GPU siya, got backup or Nexus, it does not matter. We will be successful. Ganun dapat. No options. Tama yan. And I will just tell you stories later on when we do our training on Saturday. Importante yan. Nasa loob natin. It's inside our heads. Is what Gloria is saying. Tama yan, Eunice. It's a burning desire and you have to be consistent to achieve what you want. Oh, Gloria, you don't know how precious those gems are. It brings back memories to me. And what I learned from Amway was very simple training, intensive mindset training. They had you listening to all these tapes, you're in the car, boom, you're listening to the tapes. They're brainwashing the people. That's what they were doing. They were brainwashing the bloody people. Dun, every day, every night. So I want to do that, but in a nicer, gentler way than Amway. And I don't charge for my training either. It's all for free. All right. Well, it's almost time. Gloria, you have been such a blessing, at least to me. And I think matinding pagnanasa, burning desire. Correct, Edner. I think a lot of the people appreciate you tonight. And Victor, if you have not yet signed up to Nexus, you got to do that now. There's a link in the description below. Hindi pwede yung puro desire, kailangan mag-sign up tayo. And I will close with a very simple thing, okay? Gloria said something nice. She said she learned that you have to give value. You have to give something for free that's valuable. And so, Gloria, tonight, with all the love in my heart and all the love of all these people in the Philippines, I want to end by giving you a gift. I will give you a gift. Uh, and this gift will not only save you money, like Nexus, it's like a triple decker in ice cream. Double deck, triple deck. You have another savings app. This app will pay you, Gloria, will pay you for things you're already doing. You're already doing. Like what? Do you send messages on Messenger? Do you call people on Messenger? Do you read the news? Do you use the internet? Do you visit Google? Now, do you get paid when you visit Google? When you send messages on Messenger? Absolutely not, right? So, Gloria, would you like an app that pays you? Small amounts, but it pays you. And you know what? It 8 level deep. So that if the 8th level here in Turkey had a cashback, the 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then Gloria will earn. That's a miracle. And the other upline that really influenced my life, she's now in Turkey. She gave me this app and she's just absolutely crushing it there. And she tells me that people in Nigeria are making $100, even $200. If you have a big team like you have, Gloria, this and it's international. I know the U.S. I mean, that's ridiculous. You save on everything, including gas, whatever. But
Right.
this one, when you got nothing, why do you think this? Some of these people are here. I gave them something.
Hmm.
I gave them something. Here's a cashback. Those who buy from Shopee or whatever, and we now you can form your own group. You can communicate with them there, and every time you send a message, you send a GIF, you get paid. It's not a lot of money. It's not gonna make you $1 million, but hells bells, it might pay for the $10 that you're spending on Nexus, so or GBU, so $20, and that's a lot. And it's the gateway to Google. That's what I discovered. Before you go to Google, you use this app. Boom. Before you go to Facebook, before you go anywhere on the internet, you go use this app. Boom, you earn money, little by little, little by little, and it's free. So that's my gift to you. I will email it to you. And
Excellent. Thank you, Ricky.
for those of you online here staying till the end, it's 9:59. If you stay and send me your email, and if you sign up for free to Nexus Snap or Got Backup, I will also give you the same gift I'm giving to Gloria. How about that? Um, and Gloria, I will email that to you, and you can use it if you want to for your international. But a million thanks, Gloria. It is absolutely fabulous to hear from your heart the real secrets of how to succeed in network marketing in
Thank you, Ricky. It's been an
2024
absolute
and
pleasure.
beyond.
Thank you to everybody here.
All right, all right, all right. So thank you. We will now close. Gloria, we appreciate you. We love you. And we will make it. All right?
Yes.
Together. All right. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.